home to Florida. What a great game and great rivalry, and we're excited for an opportunity to go down to Jacksonville and play them in what I think is one of the best neutral site games there is in all of college football. I think when you get recruited to go to Georgia and Florida, that's a game that you always point to and you want to play in.
Right there! It's a big game. This game holds more weight to it.
Welcome to Jacksonville, Florida, for the annual Halloween week showdown between bitter border rivals, Georgia and Florida.
Makes the catch. Oh, touchdown! I don't believe it. Just blocks. Nick to the end zone. Touchdown! They don't get it. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown!
Kirby Smart All Access is presented by Georgia's own credit union. Bank, borrow, invest. Also brought to you by Georgia Lottery. Closed captioning of Kirby Smart All Access is brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. Let's go places. This segment of Kirby Smart All Access is brought to you by Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics. Shop ChooseNissan.com. Innovation that excites.
Well, in the back of my head, I always wanted to be a Dog. I always want to play for Georgia just like my dad and brother.
I think it's great. It's allowed us to spend a lot of time together over the years, and I think that's a great experience for us as a family.
Well, my dad came here as a center. When he got here, he was a little undersized, so he learned how to long snap, and that's actually how he got to be on the varsity team. They had JV varsity back then.
I mean, I was here at such a good time. We won one national championship. We won 3 Southeastern Conference championships.
And so at a very young age, he taught my brother and me how to snap. So he taught my brother around middle school, so if my brother was doing it, I was doing it. So I learned when I was like in 3rd grade or so, I started snapping.
So I didn't know anything about it until 7th grade. Going into 7th grade, I was a pretty small kid. And my dad had the foresight to know that I probably would have a pretty tough time being a contributor on our middle school team, and took me out in the yard one day and said, "Son, I'm going to teach you something that may get you some playing time this year." And so he taught me how to long snap, and went out there the first day of camp, and Coach asked if anybody knew how to long snap, and I was one of the only ones to raise my hand. So I think from that point on, I was kind of the de facto snapper, and it's really not anything I thought much of after that. It's just an extra thing that I did on top of playing ball.
It's basically like throwing a ball between your legs with 2 hands. It's kind of what it is. It's like 2 hands. It's like this is your guide hand and this is your throwing hand. You throw it with this, you got it with this, kind of like a basketball shot.
Just a lot of repetition. I was lucky. I kind of played a little quarterback growing up, and so I could throw a ball. And I think that's the biggest hurdle in long snapping. If you can throw a ball pretty well, you can learn how to long snap if you just dedicate the time and effort.
Really just hard work, You'll have obstacles that you have to accomplish, but overcome. But if you keep working hard towards your goal, then you're going to have success. And if it might not be the same thing, but you're going to have success in whatever you do.
He's given me a lot of great advice. When I came to college, he told me a couple things, and I think they resonate still to this day. But one of those was, in anything you do, don't just be a specialist, be a team player. So because of his advice, I got to play some on special teams, scout teams, and scout teams on defense and other things, and really got to be what I felt like was a part of the team.
Bouncing on the 18-yard line, and the Dogs have recovered it. Ty Frix, the snapper, recovered it.
They didn't push me towards it. You know, they wanted me to do what I wanted to do. But now that I'm here, I think they really enjoy, especially being able to still come to all the games and have that invested interest in the Dogs.
It's tremendous to come and get back involved with the university again. And I hope that I've seen with Ty, and I think with Trent, that the University of Georgia has a lot to offer, and I hope they are like me. I feel like the University of Georgia gave me much more than I gave it. Again, I think the Georgia G was where I got my start. It's where I came in from a rural background and gained the confidence to believe that I could do anything without the fear of failure.
It really means everything. Growing up, this is where I always wanted to be. I came here, and this place really turned into home. I've been in Athens now for 8 years, started a company here. I've got 2 degrees from here. Georgia really is a great makeup of who I am and why I'm here and everything else.
So the G to me, especially after my dad and brother have born it, is all about family. It's like a fraternity kind of, we're all brothers no matter when you played. And also the G to me is opportunity. It gives you such great opportunity while you're here and also when you leave.
Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics. Shop ChooseNissan.com. Innovation that excites.
Coming up next on Kirby Smart All Access.
Create discipline, but at the same time let them know that I'm a normal person. I care about them.
Jump in there. I don't care who's in. Start off. We're all going through. Let's go. Stride.
This segment of Kirby Smart All Access is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors. The right stuff, low prices every day.
I think when you get recruited to go to Georgia and Florida, that's a game that you always point to and you want to play in. I know historically I was that way as a player, but I know our players are that way. It's considered to them one of the biggest games we have each year. We've got a very good football team that they have put together, and they're playing at a high level. Those guys play really hard. Got one of the best defenses in the country, so they've got a good program, good team, and we're excited for an opportunity to go down to Jacksonville and play them in what I think is one of the best neutral site games there is in all of college football. We want to play our best game in all facets of the game. Being able to be balanced on offense and being able to control the line of scrimmage on defense and play well in the kicking game. That's the part that we've got to be able to do all three. Every defense is going to take away what you do best, so you can't let them do that. For us, we've got to be able to hit some plays in it, which a lot of teams haven't been able to do. We've got to be able to run the ball. I do think that a lot of teams deteriorate as the year goes on from a tackling standpoint. They hit less, they tackle less, they get beat up, and you see it showing up on these Saturday games with missed tackles. And that's Achilles' heel of ours. We can't have the missed tackles. We got to tackle well. So we worked hard on that in the kicking game. We don't concern ourselves with what's outside. We got to concern ourselves with blocking, tackling, running fast, being smart, making good decisions, not having undisciplined penalties.
It's a big game. Really every game is a big game, and this game holds more weight to it because of all the outside factors, but it's just a game that we're going to have to prepare for just like every other week.
Our mindset is playing Georgia football. We don't look at the scoreboard, we don't look at our records, we don't look at anything. We play with, very physical, just very tough Georgia football.
There ain't a day we're going to mess around and not do what we're supposed to do. We're going to be in our gaps, we're going to fit, we're going to talk, we're going to communicate. When the ball breaks out, we're going to turn it, we're going to run to the ball, okay? We're just not going to go in there and bang on bodies today. Let's go! It is a big game. I think, you know, what Coach Smart is, every game is important. And so you treat every game the same, and no opponent really is more or less than the other. They like to run the football, and we're going to have to stop the run. So those guys are really kind of big into what, you know, stopping the run and kind of making the ball go where we want it to and things like that. So it's going to be huge that they're physical in this game, and that's every week in this conference.
Outside backers over here, let's go. Set, hit, strike. Knock them back. Set, hit. There you go, good. Pop back, be right shade, right shade. Let's go, hustle back, hustle back, hustle back, let's go. That is a lot better. When you go, if you feel that guy, you got to fight the pressure. You don't want to get washed down in there, but I like the way you went.
Coaching style, you know, I like to push the players, you know, work them, make them tough, you know, create discipline, but at the same time let them know that I'm a normal person to care about them.
Jump in there. I don't care who's in. Start it off. We're all going through. Let's go. Strike. Strike. Knock it back. Strike. Hose. Stay low. Sell that thing like you're really coming off.
You know, my group is a little different than it would be in the secondary because we're playing 6 inches away from a guy where they're a little further back. So the details and where we're supposed to be and how we're going to play the run and certain defensive calls that we have. You know, you have to be attention to detail because it happens a little faster and you're closer to your opponent. They trust each other. It's probably the biggest thing, and that's when you put 11 guys out there, they have to know that the other one's going to do their job and trust each other. We have several roles we play as an outside backer, so you know, they're asked to do a lot of different things so they can kind of, you know, in a sense, at the end of the day, it's just about how well they trust each other.
Academy Sports and Outdoors. The right stuff, low prices every day.
Coming up next on Kirby Smart All Access.
Runs that way. He's running at the 17. Now he's going to throw in the end zone. Wide open. Touchdown. Riley Ridley, the freshman.
Well, what great strength by Riley Ridley. He was getting tackled by Gators down the field, somehow able to keep his feet. And again, the elusiveness by Jacob Eason.
This segment of Kirby Smart All Access is brought to you by AT&T, mobilizing your world.
Ago, we asked you to practice like professionals, and you did it. We're asking for this. They gotta feel you. They gotta feel you. Run, pass, they gotta feel you. It's simple plan. Get ready to go and have some fun.
It's a beautiful day, and this is a very significant game. Florida 3-1 and very much in control. If they win out, they will be in Atlanta as the SEC East champions. I'm not so sure we know what kind of team Georgia has.
1 week it's a running game, then it's a passing game. They don't exactly know what they have on offense, but I do know they have one of the young, bright quarterbacks in this league. Jacob Eason is getting better piece by piece, but it's tough to get good at quarterback in this league as a true freshman, but he's got help this year.
We're going to play football today. Let's play like we earned the right to be here. We belong here. You play like you belong here. You earn the day. But you got to strike all day now.
After 2 weeks of preparation, the Dogs were ready for one of the biggest rivalries in college football.
Dominic Sanders picks it off at the Georgia 47. He cuts back to the near side, to the 40, to the 35, to the 30, getting to the near sideline, and they will put him down on the 25-yard line.
It puts Georgia in the lead, 3-0.
traffic. Now he throws it deep. He's got Godwin. Godwin makes the catch at the 46 of Florida. Beeson looks left. Now he pulls it down. He runs that way. He's running at the 17. Oh, he's going to throw it in the end zone. Wide open. Touchdown. Riley Ridley, the freshman.
First half was a back and forth battle, and the Dogs went into the locker room trailing 14-10. It was a heated fight, as this game always is, but the Dogs came up short.
(24-10) is our final score. The final few seconds will tick away here in Everbank Field, and Florida has beaten Georgia for a third consecutive year. AT&T, mobilizing your world.
Coming up next
tough. And
on
you know what's
Kirby Smart
disappointing
All
is
Access.
that a lot of that was special teams, their punt and our punt, but some of it was our defense not stopping them on third down. You know, we had 2 3rd and 10s. You should win those 9 out of 10 times, and they convert. And it changed the field. We end up stopping them later, but then we're backed up offensively. And we've got to get off the field on third down when we get a chance. And that's the most disappointing thing for me, because we're better defensively than to give up a 3rd and 10.
This segment of Kirby Smart All Access is brought to you by Hyundai, proud supporter of college football and loyal fans everywhere.
It's tough, and you know what's disappointing is that a lot of that was special teams, their punt and our punt, but some of it was our defense not stopping them on third down. You know, we had 2 3rd and 10s. You should win those 9 out of 10 times, and they convert. And it changed the field. We end up stopping them later, but then we're backed up offensively. And we've got to get off the field on third down when we get a chance. And that's the most disappointing thing for me, because we're better defensively than to give up a 3rd and 10.
Ups and downs. Not really ready, true to our identity, not really getting things going like we should, but the season's not over yet.
I mean, it doesn't make it that difficult, because we still have to do our job just like everybody else. With Nick Chubb and those back there, I know it's hard for them guys to try to get anything going, but I know once they get it going, it's going to be hard to stop them.
I think we did everything that we practiced. You know, we just didn't play with the toughness that we needed. And, you know, we fought to the end. I think we just got to fight harder next time.
Absolutely. I wouldn't expect anything less. We got a good group of leaders, a good group of men, and they fought hard. They got no quit in them, and I'd be shocked if any of them did. And I think we just got to fight smarter, you know, not necessarily harder. We got to fight smarter and help them out.
Yeah, just stay in the game, you know, just keep everybody heads up, keep everybody going. Try to, you know, give them some words and motivation. Just continue to push.
Really, it's all about, you know, what we want. You know, if you're a competitor, you're not going to just take the losses and just, you know, act like it's okay. You know, obviously you're going to want to fight and continue to get better.
They'll get back to the drawing board to prepare for Kentucky next week.